We have newly started a crash course in English for DHA, HAD, MOH, Prometric, NCLEX-RN, NHRA, and also for all government exams. This crash course is in Nursingflix lectures, which is available in Play Store. I will discuss more details regarding this crash course at the end of this video. Right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. It is divided by septum. 4 valves are there. It's clear. Now we can start the flow through the heart. Blood flow through the heart. Okay. See, from our body or from our body tissues, okay, deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide blood is carried through. There is a story I already said, venous end of capillary, okay, then it will be unite to form venules, and these venules will be united to form vein, okay. So there are a lot of veins from different parts of the body, okay, will collect the deoxygenated blood and which will go in the direction of the heart, okay. These all veins collected to form or unite to form largest vein called, especially from the lower extremities and the lower trunk, most of the veins unite to form inferior vena cava, largest vein of our body. What is the significance of that blood? Because it is rich in carbon dioxide, waste material. Okay, so from our body, carbon dioxide blood is carried through the veins and which will ultimately reach in inferior vena cava. And other thing, from the head, neck, upper trunk region, same deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide blood will be also carried through superior vena cava. The superior vena cava and inferior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood into the right atrium of the heart. First it will reach there in the right atrium of the heart. From there, through the tricuspid valve, this carbon dioxide blood will reach in right ventricle, upside to downside. From there, through the pulmonary artery, this carbon dioxide blood will go to lungs. There is some points. This pulmonary artery will be divided into two branches, two bifurcations, two branches. Each of it will go to each lung. That pulmonary artery will be subdivided into arterioles and finally into capillaries. From the pulmonary capillaries, carbon dioxide will go into lungs. Okay. Exactly saying, it will go into alveoli, air sacs. From the alveoli, oxygen will be received by pulmonary vein capillaries. Okay, pulmonary vein capillaries. There will be two pulmonary veins from each lung. Okay, that is a difference. Pulmonary arteries are two branches. Pulmonary veins are two from each lung. Total how many it will be? 4. 4 pulmonary veins carries oxygenated blood. Carbon dioxide has given to alveoli and oxygen is received by pulmonary vein. There was an exchange, gas exchange, okay. Carbon dioxide has given, oxygen is received. And pulmonary veins carries it back to heart. To where? Left atrium. Then through the mitral valve, it will reach in left ventricle. Then it will go to first artery of the general circulation, that is aorta, and also called as largest artery. Through the aortic valve, it will go to aorta. Aorta will be subdivided into, there again stories are there, other matter, because aorta, ascending aorta, arch of aorta, descending aorta. From the arch of aorta, so many arteries, especially it will go to like a carotid artery, supply vein artery. It will supply to upper trunk, and downside it is descending aorta, abdominal aorta, iliac arteries. So like this, it will be divided into so many arteries, and further it will divide into arterioles. Again it is into capillaries. Capillaries into, from the capillaries, oxygen, nutrients, etc., water, etc. will come to interstitial space. From there to cells. Again it back into the veins, venous end of capillaries, venules, veins, inferior, superior vena cava, right atrium. It is like a cycle, it is moving around, okay. It is going on like that. Still, we were discussing in our body, it is going on like this. It is like a cycle, it is going on. Okay, so that is the thing. That I will connect with another topic, that is cardiac cycle. Okay, what is cardiac cycle? Cardiac cycle is nothing but, okay, there are three stages in cardiac cycle. One is atrial systole, second is ventricular systole, and third is complete cardiac diastole. Okay, so atrial systole means we can say like that in one direction, from to body to the heart, venous blood will come, from there it will go to lungs, from there it will come back to heart, and from there to tissues. We can say like that, but it is not happening like that. It will be like left and right, it is happening in a synchronized way. It is in a coordinated way. Okay, simultaneously it is happening. I will tell. So as I said, from the tissues, from our body, venous blood is coming in through inferior and superior vena cava. It will reach in right atrium at the same time. Okay, at the same time, through the pulmonary veins, oxygenated blood is coming back to the left atrium. Okay, which means nothing but right atrium and left atrium fills in the same time. Okay, here it is carbon dioxide blood, here it is oxygenated blood. That is the difference. Both the chambers are filling in the same time. Thereafter, what will happen? Left atrium and right atrium and left atrium, okay, contracts. Where the blood will reach? Downside. In down chambers, carbon dioxide blood will reach in right ventricle, oxygenated blood will reach in left ventricle through atrioventricular valves. Okay, this is called as atrial systole. It may take around 0.1 second. 0.1 second. For what? Atrial systole. Contraction of the both atria. After that, what will happen? Blood reaches, that both ventricles has filled, no? That ventricles will contract. From the right ventricle, blood will go to lungs, sorry. From the left ventricle, blood will go to aortic valve. From here carbon dioxide blood, from here oxygenated blood. Okay, contracts. That is called as ventricular systole. It may take around 0.3 second. 0.3 second. Thereafter, heart's muscles, especially myocardium, especially ventricular myocardium, will be relaxed for a while. Because again, the process has to restart, na? So atrium has to be refilled. For that sake, heart will take a small break. That is called as cardiac diastole, complete cardiac diastole. Comparatively, it will take long time, 0.4 second. 0.4 second. So 0.1 second, 0.3 second, 0.4 second, together it is how much? 0.8 second is the normal cardiac cycle duration. Okay, 0.8 second. It is very important. Note it. It may ask. Okay, 0.8 second. So as I told, it is a cycle, cardiac cycle. What is the speciality of the cycle? Where it starts, at the same point it will end. From there it will restart again. That is the process. Atrial systole, atrial diastole, and ventricular systole and cardiac diastole. Again, this process is going on. Okay, that is the thing, cardiac cycle. Then the next topic, heart sounds. Okay, you know that there are two heart sounds normally, lup sound and dup sound, lup dup. Okay, also called as S1 sound and S2 sounds. Okay, what that particular S1 sound indicates means, I already taught you the cardiac cycle. In cardiac cycle, I said atrial systole. Okay, after filling of the atrial chambers, there will be contraction of the atria, that is called as atrial systole. Okay, due to this contraction of the atria, blood will reach in ventricles. That time, which valves will be opened? Right atrioventricular valve and left atrioventricular valve. Simply, atrioventricular valves are opened. The blood will reach in ventricles. After reaching the ventricles, these valves will be closed. That sound is called as lup sound or S1 sound. Simply, S1 sound corresponds to closure of the atrioventricular valves. Don't forget that. It may ask as it is. Okay. And other thing is, after reaching the ventricles, ventricular systole occurs, contraction of the ventricles, blood will move to lungs and general circulation through the pulmonary artery and through the aorta. Which valves will be opened? Semilunar valves. That means pulmonary valve and aortic valve will be opened, and after moving the blood it will be closed. That means closure of the semilunar valves, which is indicated by S2 sound. Okay, so that simple thing, S2 sound corresponds to closure of semilunar valves. Okay, apart from that, there are some abnormal heart sounds like S3, S4. This is also called as gallop rhythm. It can be seen in some abnormal conditions like heart failure. Okay, ventricular hypertrophy. In these situations, we can see these abnormal heart sounds like S3 and S4. Okay, again I am saying this is also called as a gallop rhythm. That's enough. And heart or myocardium has the intrinsic capacity to generate electrical impulse. That means there are some special neuronal cells in the myocardium which will generate the electrical impulses and conduct or transmit the electrical impulses throughout the myocardium. So I said myocardium has autorhythmicity. That means there is a group of neuronal cells, specific cluster of cells. It is very specific and unique. We can see below the superior vena cava and which will be in right atrium. Okay, that is the first one, that is called as SA node, sinoatrial node. Okay, sino means sinus means big blood vessel, that is superior vena cava. Atrium means inside the atrium it is located. So the location is below the superior vena cava in the atrium. Okay, in the atrium. So sinoatrial node, SA node is the first cluster of neuronal cells which will generate the electrical impulses. Its firing capacity is around the 60 to 100 is the firing electrical impulses firing capacity of the SA node. That is our normal heart rate, right? So SA node is also called as pacemaker of the heart, primary pacemaker of the heart. SA node will generate the electrical impulses that will transmit through the atrial chambers, atrial myocardium. Okay, that is one story. Again, the second one is one more group of neuronal cells is locating in right atrium. Okay, besides to septum and above right atrioventricular valve, that is called as AV node. Okay, AV node. See, AV node also has the capacity to generate or initiate the electrical impulses, but usually it does not do that. Okay, and also it should not happen to, because if it happens, there will be rate difference. There will be discrepancy between atrial rates and ventricular rates. That may result in arrhythmias, right? Rhythm changes. That should not happen. So that usually AV node what will do means the AV node will receive the electrical impulses which is transmitted from the SA node, which will conduct to downside. Again, the story is continuing. The wiring we can explain. The second one is AV node. Thereafter, there is a continuation. Fiber is called as bundle of His. After that, bundle of His will divides into two branches. That is called as right bundle branch and left bundle branch. This is right bundle branch. This is left bundle branch. Right bundle branch will supply right ventricular myocardium. Okay, which will further divides into many branches. Okay, here too the left bundle branch will be supply to left ventricular myocardium, which will again divides into small branches. Okay, small branches like a root of a tree. It will be branched. It is called as Purkinje fibers, where the conducting system ends. Okay, so again I am saying it will start from the SA node, then AV node, then bundle of His. It will be divided into bundle branches, and finally it will be further branched into too many branches, that is called as Purkinje fibers. This is the wiring system or conducting system of the heart. From here we will connect this conducting system to the cardiac cycle. Both are same. Okay, both are same. Here the electrical impulses initiate and conducting, this will result in cardiac cycle. Like that we can compare. See, SA node will initiate the electrical impulses. Through their branches it will supply or transmit throughout the atrium. It is called as atrial depolarization. Atrial depolarization. It may take around 0.1 second, which will result in atrial systole. Clear? Then after that, from the SA node, electrical impulses reaches in AV node. From the AV node, it will transmitted through bundle branches and to the Purkinje fibers. It is called as ventricular depolarization. Okay, ventricular depolarization. It may take around 0.3 seconds, which will result in ventricular systole, contraction of the ventricles. Okay, after that, ventricular Purkinje fibers, branches and bundle of his and AV node. Okay, which will get electrically stable as in the initial stage. How it will be? So same like it will be coming back. It is called as ventricular repolarization. Usually it may take 0.4 second. That is that may result in ventricular diastole. Okay, ventricular diastole. Okay, I think you got the point. Okay, atrial depolarization, atrial systole. Ventricular depolarization is nothing but a ventricular systole, and ventricular repolarization is the diastole of the heart. Okay, so usually atrial diastole also will happen there, but during which time? Ventricular depolarization. It is dominating, ventricular depolarization, so that it will be hidden. It may not be seen in ECG. Okay, so again, these things I am directly going to represent with the ECG. That is the thing. This cardiac activity, this is conducting system of the heart. Okay, this heart's or cardiac activity with the help of electrodes, which can represent into an oscilloscope. Okay, that is called as ECG, electrocardiogram. Usually we are using 5 waves, P, Q, R, S, T. These 5 waves are using to represent this electrical activity of the myocardium. Okay, one by one I will say. First, what I told, from the SA node, electrical impulses will spread through the myocardium of the atrium. What will be called as atrial depolarization, which can be represented by P wave. So this small notch is there, na? This is called as P wave. So P wave indicates atrial depolarization. Again, I am saying this much of story I have explained to you. They may not ask about this thing, but this may be a question. What is that? What is P wave? Or otherwise, what the P wave indicates? P wave indicates atrial depolarization. Okay. Then what else remaining? From the AV node, through the bundle of his and bundle branches and to the Purkinje fibers, electrical impulses spreads. That is called as ventricular depolarization. It is a long process, right? Comparatively. So it can be represented with 3 waves. Or otherwise, simply I can say it needs minimum 3 waves to represent. So that is QRS complex. Okay, it is called as QRS complex. So simply QRS complex represents or indicates ventricular depolarization. Okay, then what else? T wave is there. What is the story remaining there? Ventricular repolarization. Okay, the current status or voltage status of the ventricle will stable back. Okay, so that is called as ventricular repolarization, which is represented by T wave. Okay, so usually may not be seen, but there is a small elevation there, that is called as U wave. usually may not be seen because this ventricular repolarization is very dominating. With that, the U wave cannot be seen in normal ECGs, and that is U wave indicates Purkinje fibers repolarization, or simply repolarization of the Purkinje fibers. But if it is coming very dominantly, okay, or otherwise simply we will call it as the same statement I will use, prominent U wave. Prominent U wave indicates, okay, prominent U waves indicates, or prominent U wave can be seen in hypokalemia, okay, decreased potassium levels in blood. It is a very important ECG characteristic of hypokalemia. Can be asked, okay. The rest of the things we will discuss in nursing foundation. Just it was connecting one, that's what I said. In hyperkalemia also, there will be peaked T wave. T wave will be peaked. It is a very important characteristic. It was a most common question they were asking. The tall peaked T wave is the characteristic of hyperkalemia, not hypokalemia. Hypokalemia, it is prominent U wave. Note it down, very important. There were a lot of inquiries, especially from the non-Malayalis, for the crash course in English. That is the reason why we have decided to start this crash course. This will be helpful for those who are preparing for competitive exams like nursing competitive exams like DHA, HAD, MOH, Prometric, and XRN, and also for government exams like AIMS, NIMHANS, RRB, etc. Okay. Then this crash course, this package will include around about more than 60 hours theory classes, and also you will get a crash questions test series that includes around 10,000 questions. That questions is very important because it has been previously asked, okay, very important and previously asked questions. That will be in a form of test series. Each test series includes 100 questions, okay. And also you will have an access to our WhatsApp study group. WhatsApp study group, actually its purpose is to conduct the mock testers, okay. Mock testers, after completion of each chapter we will conduct the mock testers, and also will include key important points will be included in this WhatsApp group. In theory classes, we dealt with almost all the nursing subjects like anatomy and physiology, medical surgical nursing, OBG, psychiatry, pediatrics nursing, nursing foundation, research management. Almost all the nursing subjects will be dealt in the theory classes. And one specialty of this crash course is you can attend the classes from anywhere at any time. This is the details, brief details regarding our crash course. If you have still any queries or any doubts, you can contact in our WhatsApp number 8921650967. And also I already been told this crash course is available in our Nursingflix lectures app, which is there in Play Store. You can download it from there. You can also avail free demo class in Nursingflix lectures app. Okay, that's it. I am concluding. Both the contact number and Nursingflix lectures app link I will provide in description box.